Today I had a thought I want to share with you. Happy Motivational Monday or Mentorship Monday. This is going to fit into both of those categories. So if you're one of my students, take this as advice. And if you are just somebody who's looking for some tips to motivate you, also this is for you. I have been following pretty closely the news of journalists that have been killed in Israel. That have been killed in Gaza. And it's been very, very devastating. But today I had this thought. Some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I used to be a television journalist. My undergraduate degree is in broadcast journalism. I was a speaker for my college graduation. I worked for NBC Chicago as an investigative intern. I moved to Michigan to be an investigative TV multimedia journalist. And then I ended up leaving news, working in radio, started my own marketing company. The rest is history. And my own nonprofit, Brave Space, becamebrave.com. Check it out. And I was thinking as I heard that news, is that when someone makes the commitment to be a journalist internationally, covering something international, when they made the decision to be in Gaza or to stay there in the midst of all these things, they knew that the cost was going to be high and potentially cost them their lives. But they believed in their work so much. They believed in the power of media. They believed in sharing these people's stories so much, they were willing to risk their lives. It made me think about us, my youth over there. I'm not asking you to be a martyr. And what that means is I'm not asking you to do something that you're willing to die on. I'm not asking that. But what I am asking is, are you living a life that is pursuing something that you would stand firm on? That you really believe in, that you're excited about? You, adults, are we making decisions? Oh, don't know why I'm zooming in. Are we making decisions where we're proud of what we stand for? We work in a space, we spend most of our time, we spend our day-to-day on something that is important to us, that we can look back in our lives in the future and think, wow, I'm so glad I stood on this side of history. I'm so glad I fill in the blank. And I say this because sometimes we can get in our busyness and our rut of the routine of work, taking kids to this place or that or whatever it is, that we can forget to take a step back. I think that we can be inspired by those who stand for things they believe in. And for some of us, maybe what we value in our life, it doesn't relate to our job, but we have our money invested in a certain way. We have our time invested another way, because we value our family. And so my challenge for today is, are you taking the risk to stand up for something you believe in? Are you taking the risk to step into something you really believe in? Do you stand for something? Are you brave enough to do that? Think about that. I hope you are.